Hi, breasties. I dug out my cancer crap notebook. This thing has been my Bible for a long time. Like, I've got all my cancer questions in it and answers and appointments and information. I dug this out for something else and was flipping through it, and it was like, wow, I've come a long way. But I did find some information in here that I thought I would share with you guys that, might help somebody out. So if you have been recently diagnosed, I'm sorry. It's the club that nobody ever wants to join, but just know that we are here and we are all rooting for you, and you know, it's one big happy family and it will get better. It sucks for a while, but it will get better. I have notes in here from my very first chemo. So they did warn me that my first chemo planned to be there for like half a day, and that is no lie. I was hoping they were like overestimating, but yeah, your first one is going to take a while, and that is because they are going to administer your chemo meds very slowly, just in case you have a reaction. It doesn't happen to everybody, so I don't want to freak you out, but just know that you can have some complications, and the staff is there and they are watching you like a hawk. Your first one is going to take a little bit longer than later chemos. So my first nurse named Donna, and she was hilarious, and she was down from Louisiana, and I miss her so much. She not only was a riot, but she was an angel on earth and super cool. But unfortunately, she's a traveling nurse, so suddenly she was gone. So Donna, if you happen to see this, just know that I appreciate you so much, and I got through it, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are, and I appreciate all the information you shared with me. First chemo, I don't remember if I used the lidocaine cream, but I know I did use it after that. And if you are curious, you can scroll back a little bit. I've got some videos on it, but they will prescribe you a tube of lidocaine cream, which you can blob on and then cover up. The instructions say 30 minutes before, and that is an absolute lie. 30 minutes is not enough time. An hour is ideal for me. And it could also depend on where your port is placed, how deep it's placed. Different surgeons do it different ways. So don't get discouraged. Play with it if it wasn't enough to completely numb you. And some cancer centers will actually numb you at the cancer center, so feel free to ask. For me, I got pre-meds. They would give me a little medicine cup with anti-nausea stuff and Pepsid and the dreaded steroids. And we would do that about a half hour before my chemo started to get that into my system first. They gave me 2 different nausea meds. They gave me Zofran and Compazine. I'm probably saying that wrong. Nurse Donna said that Zofran can cause headaches and constipation. The Compazine can make you drowsy. She did say not to mess around and to take these suckers around the clock until I know for sure if I need them or not. So I did take them for the first 2 days after chemo, and I did get constipated. We'll do another video on that. But yeah, after about 48 hours, I'm like, this isn't so bad. I'm feeling brave. And so I tested the waters, and yeah, thankfully I didn't need the nausea meds. Somehow I got lucky and I was never nauseous during chemo. So I didn't have to take them. But her advice was take them as a preventative, because it's easier to treat the nausea ahead of time than it is to wait until you're sick and you can't keep anything down and then to try to play catch up. So take your nausea meds until you know that you are okay. They also gave me steroids. They gave me one in my pre-meds, and then I had to take them for 3 days following each of my chemos. They also gave me olanzapine, and I had to take that the first 4 days after chemo. If you Google olanzapine, you may be alarmed that it says something about like mental health. I think it's schizophrenia. They use it for that. I don't know the correlation. the medicinal breakdown, but I was told by the nurse and my pharmacist that it can make me drowsy and dizzy and blah blah blah. But yeah, it's to help with the nausea. And so I did take the olanzapine. The first day it made me quite dizzy. But after that, I think my body got used to it, and I was good to go. Other than being groggy, but that could have also been from the chemo. I was told not to use Advil, which was a real bummer because I have been an ibuprofen girl for a long, long time. They told me to use Tylenol, and I'm naive. I don't know anything about Tylenol. I haven't used it in freaking years. I bought regular Tylenol, and that did absolutely nothing for my headaches. So finally, I got extra strength Tylenol, and that helped. So save yourself a couple dollars and the hassle and just buy the extra strength. So for AC chemo, I said to brush after every meal to help prevent mouth sores, or at least rinse. If you don't have it in you to brush after breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just rinse your mouth out. And she said if it's really bad, it's causing you to not be able to eat, she said to call the nurse's line and let them know. She said that day 19 is typically when hair loss starts. Your girl didn't make it to day 19. Day 17, we ended up shaving my head because I could not keep it on my head. She said if I got heartburn, that Pepcid was recommended, and that really did work. Some people have like no appetite, or you're nauseous, and it'll screw. Sometimes it'll screw with your taste buds. So avoid metal utensils if that's the case. Use plastic or something else. There's also something called magic mouthwash. You're better off Googling it. Thankfully, I didn't need it, so I'm not an expert on that. She said I could make Jello water and basically like make watered down Jello and let it sit on the counter and just drink that if I had zero appetite and I needed to get something. She also recommended Italian ice for a drink. And Ensures are good. Ensure, the old people drink. She says they make a clear one that is more like a juice because some people don't like traditional Ensures. And she said that apple, berry, tropical, and mixed fruit are all yummy. So those are my notes from my early days, from my first chemo. I'll flip through here and possibly share some more. But yeah, if you're facing your first chemo, there are some tips for you. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out and I will do my best to help you. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.